Hello, this is Jessie with Jessie at Home, and in this Stitchopedia entry we are going to learn how to make the half double crochet and how to turn and come back to the next row with a half double crochet. I like to tell you what yarn I'm using, so in this case I am using the Red Heart with Love. This is still a basics learning to crochet video, so I like to make sure that I'm using a nice worsted weight yarn and a 6mm crochet hook because it's a little easier to learn with that way. So for the half double crochet, what we are going to do, I'm going to start, as far as working into that starting chain goes, making your starting chain, I have a video for that. And working into the starting chain, I show you how to do that on the single crochet video. So if you need either of those pieces of information, you're going to want to watch those videos. Okay, so this one I'm just going to show you how to make the half double crochet. So to start off, you yarn over. You wrap your yarn around your hook. Okay, yarn over. You insert your hook into the next stitch. Okay, so front to back into the next stitch. You yarn over again and you pull your yarn through just the stitch. There are now 3 loops on your hook. You yarn over again and you pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Let me show you that again. You're going to yarn over, wrap your yarn around your hook. You're going to insert your hook into the next stitch through both loops. You're going to yarn over again and pull it through just the stitch. So there are now 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over again and pull through all 3 of those loops on your hook. All right, one more time. Actually, I think 2 more times on this row. Yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. Yarn over. Now at this point we're going through the starting chain, the turning chain, which I'll show you when we get to the next row. When I catch my turning chain, I only catch 1 loop, and I'll explain that to you when we get to it on the next time around, okay? Because it's just going to make more sense in a moment. I've finished my row. There are 7 stitches in this. So this is actually my turning chain, which I will get to in a moment, and that counts as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stitches. When you're first starting, you may need to count. You now turn your work. With a half double crochet, your turning chain is actually 2 chains, so you chain 2. Now with a half double crochet and any stitch higher, the turning chain does actually count as a stitch. So here's your 2 chains, 1, 2, and this loop right here is the last half double crochet you made. These 2 chains come out of this last half double crochet and count as the stitch that's been worked into here. So you do not work another stitch into here because these 2 chains count as that stitch. This is where a lot of beginners make a mistake and end up making a work that grows by about 1 stitch every single row, or else they add 1 here and take 1 off over here and they make a piece of work that angles or that zigzags back and forth. So it's important that you understand the turning chain counts as what came out of this last half double crochet of the previous row. So 1, 2 chains, 1 chain, 2 chain, half double crochet. The 2 chains come out of the half double crochet, so our next stitch is worked into this half double crochet here. You are going to yarn over, insert your hook into that stitch, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. Okay? And I know it feels like there's an empty space there. There are tricks, other ways you can do that turn, but for a beginner getting started, this is how you do it. This is the traditional way of doing it. Once you've gotten the hang of it, then you can start using some of the tricks, okay? So you're going to keep on doing half double crochets. Like I said, there are 7 in this row, and the chain 2 counted as 1, so we've now done 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Now 7, this is the turning chain of the previous row. And sometimes it's hard to get through 2 loops, so what I tend to do is I just grab this outermost loop on this chain. That's how I like to do it. Some people will tell you to grab both of those loops. I tend to just grab this outermost loop. I also like what it does is it kind of turns it around, makes it go sideways, so it helps fill in that hole a little bit. Okay, so I yarn over. I'm going to insert my hook and just to the outermost loop of that chain. I'm going to yarn over, I'm going to pull through, I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to pull through all 3. And that's the end of that row. I'm going to show you one more row, okay? So we turn, we chain 2, and this chain 2 came out of this stitch. It counts as our first stitch. So we're now going to half double crochet into this second stitch. And that's our second half double crochet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and number 7 goes into the turning chain. 7. Okay, so there you have 4 rows of 7 half double crochet.